Hey Mama, today I'm going to show you a core series that you can do throughout most of your pregnancy. This is a three-dimensional core workout that is going to work your baby bump, baby carrier muscles, your abs, in three ways: from the front, the side, and the back. And as I said, this is something you can do throughout most of your pregnancy. However, if you have been seen by a physical therapist or your medical professional has told you to avoid doing any direct abdominal work or any targeted abdominal work, then this is not the workout for you. If you also are not sure if core work is safe for you right now at whatever stage of pregnancy you are in, you can always schedule a 30-minute consultation call with me or consult with a physical therapist or your medical professional before doing this series. But without further ado, let's get to it. So I'm going to show you just a few reps of each exercise, and you can follow along to this tutorial, this demo video, by adding more reps once you learn it. I also have a blog post on my website right now called How to Target Your Abs During Pregnancy. And if you read that article, it includes this workout with the number of reps per exercise. So you can follow along there as well. All right, so we're going to get started with a side-lying abduction. So this is going to target the side of your abs and just below the pelvic girdle. What you're going to do is find a comfortable side-lying position, propping yourself up on your bottom hand or lying all the way down. It's up to you. Take the top hand and just press it into the floor. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is straight. That bottom knee acts like a kickstand, so you can kind of lean baby over onto the surface beneath you. The top leg is just going to go up for full range leg lifts. I want you to think about your foot like a floppy fish. Not a lot of tension, so it's dead weight at the end of your leg. After several more reps of this full range leg abduction, you're going to hold that leg up and you're going to pulse it out. This pulse is 1 inch up and 1 inch down. Try to keep that top shoulder nice and relaxed away from your ear. Again, floppy fish foot, making it extra hard on the abductors. From there, after a few more reps, you're going to go into a knee drive, driving your knee up towards your elbow and then pushing back out again. Never changing the position of your body. Thinking about your obliques here just a little bit, stabilizing them. Going for a few more reps. Once you do your sets on each leg, you're going to transition to a kneeling plank position. So kneeling plank position is bringing your knees together like you have a penny between the inner thighs, squeezing the knees and the inner thighs together. Okay, you're going to put your feet flat on the floor behind you, walk the hands out a bit, and you're going to let your butt drop down and start to tuck baby in a little bit, especially on that exhale. So on the inhale, we're breathing through the ab muscles here. On the inhale, you're going to expand out. And then the exhale, think about wrapping your baby sling muscles. Again, those very strong abdominal muscles around your womb. Inhale, relax those muscles, and exhale. So for this one, I want you to count your breaths as your reps. And so you'll go for several more breaths there. And then you're going to walk the hands back right into something called a hover hold. Release the squeeze of the inner thighs, now standing on the knees, hip width apart. Curl the toes under. Take an inhale to prepare. Soften those elbows up as if you're going to go into a push-up, but strong arms nevertheless. On the inhale, prepare, and on the exhale, you're going to lift your knees up 2 inches off the mat. Just to show you from this angle, 2 inches lifting is barely any space. It's a shadow of space between your knees and the floor. You're going to tolerate this by putting a little more weight into the arms, pressing a little bit through the balls of the feet, keeping that hover hold position, and breathing. Keeping your spine nice and neutral, and that means that there's a little slope of the low back. Baby just kind of rests there. And then after a little while, again, counting your breaths as your reps, you're going to drop those knees down and transition to a side table position. You can take your hand to a block if you would like. especially if you're farther along in your pregnancy, like well into the 3rd trimester, you don't want to over crunch the muscles. So a block underneath of your hand that's free is going to be really helpful. So again, we're working into a little bit of the side of our abs here, but also starting to get into those front ab muscles. So we're just going to take our arm and we're going to go up and down. So side table with lateral raise. You can do this with or without a weight in your hand. I'm doing it without here, but you can grab onto a 2 to 5 pound weight and just go all the way up until that weight and hand are just above the shoulder, and then lower down. You'll do several more reps on each side, right? And then you're going to move into a block hold bridge. So for this one, the block is between the inner thighs as a positional device only. So you're not engaging the inner thighs too much. You're allowing your pelvic floor and your lower ab muscles to stabilize. So you're going to recline onto your back and then all the way down. As soon as you're down onto your head and shoulders, you're going to, again, hold that block and just lift up on the inhale and exhale, lower down until the tailbone grazes the mat. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. The breath combined with movement is really stabilizing for the pelvic floor and the transverse abs. Really important stabilizers for your body as baby grows. Keeping the integrity of those muscles intact and in check with that breath. Once you go through a few more reps of those moving bridges, you're just going to hold. Again, that block, you can easily take it from your inner thighs. It's not like a squeeze of the adductors, the inner thigh muscles. So we're using it there just to hold our position, hips nice and stable and level, and we're just breathing. Inhale, expand the abs up. In other words, pressing baby upward and outward. And on the exhale, let baby settle back down. Inhale, expanding outward and upward, and exhale, lower, back towards center. Few more breaths there, and then you're going to lower your hips. Finally, we're going to do something called frog legs. So if you are in the 1st trimester, not yet bumping out, you can add to this bicycle legs for a little extra ab work. So let's start there. One leg up, by the way, at any stage of pregnancy, you can get into this position. One leg up first, exhale to bring the other leg up. So you're in this frog leg position. The knees are opening around where the bump is, right? And you can kind of grab onto those legs too if you need a little extra support for your abs. Drawing those hips back, we're opening up those hip flexors and the inner thighs. Again, if you're in that 1st trimester, what you can do is send your hands underneath of your butts, your sacral spine even, up a little higher. Give yourself a nice lift, and you're just going to start bicycling out. Let the breath flow and just let those legs move. Okay, so that is going to engage the ab muscles, obviously, a little bit more. If you're in the 2nd and 3rd trimester and starting to bump out a little bit, I advise you not to do bicycling legs and just hang in that frog leg position. Really great birth prep also. So kind of hang in that open hip position and just breathe through the abs. Inhale, expand up and out. Exhale, contract down. When you're ready to rest, you rock over to your side. Push yourself up with that top hand. Careful as you do so, no dizzies. If at any point in time one of those exercises is not feeling right for you, you can just leave it off the table and listen to your body. Trust the signals that it's sending to you. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me through my website, bodywisemama.com, or you can schedule a consultation with me as well. Thank you all so much. Enjoy.